Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I'm here in a very wet and miserable Blackpool. Yeah, so here I am in Blackpool. I'm in the South Shore area. This is Waterloo Road, looking towards the bridge there. This is Station Terrace. Yeah, bit wet and miserable this morning, I'm afraid. Yeah, we're now looking towards a car park. You see that car park over there? That's where the Grand Theatre stroke, it used to be a theatre, it's Holiday Flats Casino, that's where that used to be there. Station Road there, of course, it got its name from the railway station that used to be, well, just to the side of me here. Can you see Blackpool Tower up there? Might just be able to see it through the rain, barely. But anyway, this is where Station Road got its name from, because this used to be a railway station back in the olden days. This area here, this car park. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, used to be a railway station. I think it was the original South Station. I'm not too sure about that, but seems to be quite popular with people camping. Look, a lot of camper vans in here. So if you bring a camper van to Blackpool, you might want to park in here. Check this out. Here's the prices over here. Look, £12.50. for 24 hours to park a motorhome. So there you go. This is where the old railway station used to be. Check this out. Anyway, I thought I'd take you around on a bit of a tour of the South Shore area of Blackpool in the rain. I tell you what, there was just a massive rainstorm right there then, and I had to take shelter for a while. Anyway, I've come back out now and the sun's starting to come out. But anyway, let's head down Station Road now here to the Promenade, and we'll see what's going on, shall we? Yeah, so that rainstorm has passed over, and brightening up a bit. There is hope for Blackpool. Yeah, so we are looking towards that car park I was talking about, and that's where the old Grand Holiday Flats used to be. I think it was it a theatre back in the olden days? I'm not too sure. It also had a casino next to it, the Tiberius or the Paris Casino, I think. And it was ruined by a fire in 2008. Yeah, 2008 was ruined by a fire. Or was it 2009? I'm not too sure on the date. Yeah, but they had to knock it down. Not really sure what I was doing then. I wasn't filming videos in Blackpool, put it that way. Otherwise I'd have definitely filmed that. Yeah. But anyway, this is Station Road, and this takes you directly to South Pier. Now the trams used to run down here as well. Used to run all the way around onto Waterloo Road, where I've just been there. You can probably see some old photographs or old videos of the trams running around this area. And actually, if you look on the road up here, you can actually see, I'll just see if I can find the where the tram tracks. You can see where the tram tracks come through the tarmac just up here. Yeah. So I thought what I'd do is take a little look around South Shore and just try and talk about what I remember. Really, I'm going to head to the Promenade, straight up here to the Promenade. We'll have a look at South Pier. Can you see just down here on the road? This is where one of the old tram tracks is. Look, can you see? Look at that there. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so we're just heading up now towards the junction with Bond Street. I've done a few videos on Bond Street. It's a street that used to be really, really popular, and it's really, really gone downhill. I won't go down there in this video. All I'll do is I will probably put a link to one of my videos on Bond Street at the end of this one. But for all its problems, there are some things going on Bond Street. In this, on the corner here, you see this building here? This has all been done up, turned into flats, and on the bottom they've got shops. This one's a laundry. Yeah, so there's a look down Bond Street, and I will put a link to that video, one of those videos at the end of this one. And there's that building I was talking about on the corner. Look at that building, isn't it grand? Can't see the date on it, but there are some quite old buildings down Bond Street, and this one fortunately has been done up. You can see they've got flats up there on the top floor, upmarket flats, and on the bottom they've got the dry cleaners down there on the bottom, so things might be looking up for Bond Street after all. But anyway, I've just come into this car park here on the corner of Bond Street and Station Road, and check this out, they've got electric charging points. So this car park here is quite popular. As you can see, it's pretty busy at the moment. It is manned most of the day. Busy days, on busy days, you have security on, and this is also tied with the one at where the Grand Holiday Flats used to be. So if you park in any of these car parks here, you can be pretty sure that your car is going to be safe. And this is one of many car parks which is owned by businessman Howard Plant. So, and he's been on TV, so he's fairly famous. There you go. So if you want to park your car in South Shore, you might want to park it in one of these car parks right here. They're called South Pier Apartments, those, by the way. Anyway, here's just a quick look round. I'll tell you what, that car park is doing a good trade today. Yeah, they're very busy. I think that the owner is a bit of a fan of the channel. So there you go, that's looking towards the pleasure beach down there. And just behind me we've got this joke shop here. Look at this here, look. Ooh. Starting to liven up a bit now. Anyway, let's head this way towards the pier, shall we? And when I started this video, it was really dull and miserable, and honestly, there was nobody around, and I thought, oh my god, this is going to be so grim. But now look at it, the sun's coming out, there's people around, it's all changed. Yeah. A lot of people outside this hotel there, look. Yeah. Just when I thought it was going to be one of those mornings in Blackpool, really slow to get going. It's now after 10 o'clock. I did have to take cover for about half an hour, so it's changed quite a bit since I started. Just going to head across the road here now. I just want to show you something over here. Who remembers the public toilets that were over here? They were downstairs, down steps should I say, and they were right here. Yeah, the toilets. You see where they put this, where that van is? That's where they were. They were downstairs. I'm really gutted that I didn't get to do a video on them before they filled them in. You used to see the steps. The steps were there last year. Yeah, and they just got rid of them. Filled them in, probably like they did at Central. Anyway, I'm just across the road from the South Pier now, and look at this. I can't believe it. I'm having to dodge the people now. I can't believe it. Let's head towards the South Pier. I've got a green man. Got a new front on it, the South Pier, look. It's had a new frontage put on it. Let's have a look around now. Wow. Look at this now. Sunshine. There's Pablo's over there. Pablo's ice cream. Been there a long time. Station Road. That's looking down Station Road where I've just been. Over here we've got the Velvet Coaster, which used to be the Lucky Star, if you remember the Lucky Star amusements. That's a Velvet Coaster. It's got 3 levels. The penthouse level on the top. I don't think that there'll be too many people up on the penthouse at the moment. Not in this weather. But anyway, just over here we've got, of course, we've got the Sandcastle. I think it was it 1986 when the Sandcastle was built? And this used to be where the open air baths were. You know, I don't really remember too much about the open air baths, to be honest. I really don't. But this is built on the site of the old open air baths where they used to have competitions, They even used to have Miss UK, and they'd have Sid James and stars of TV do the judging. Yeah, those were the days, weren't they? And you know the Derby Baths, North Shore, I believe that the Derby Baths were knocked down because of the Sandcastle. They had to knock down the Derby Baths for this because they couldn't have the two. Yeah, so the Derby Baths fell into disrepair, and the Derby Baths were knocked down in 1990. I think it was. What was I doing in 1990? I didn't even film them knock down the Derby Baths, can you believe it? Yeah, and the Sandcastle was also a bit of a white elephant, I believe, for a while, yeah. Yeah, so for the first few years, the Sandcastle didn't really do very well. It was probably really expensive to run, still is, I bet. Could do with going in there now, actually. It's a constant 80 degrees. Yeah, very nice to go in winter. I think we might all have to pile in there in winter, actually, you know, to escape our fuel bills. What do you think? That might be a good idea. Anyway, there's been a few things along this side of the building here. Remember the Coronation Street exhibition? Who remembers that, where they had a big mock-up of Coronation Street just out here? Anyway, it's now the Grosvenor Casino. Look at that, yeah? But that used to be the Coronation Street exhibition or experience, yeah. So there you go, that's a Sandcastle for you. Now, let's head down here now towards the pleasure beach, shall we? Oh, it's getting sunnier. The clouds are clearing. It's looking up. Okay, so here's a look around. There's the Sandcastle there, of course. And if I pan this way, looking towards the promenade, over there is where the Blackpool high tide organ was until they knocked it down. They removed it last year, yeah, for safety reasons, the high tide organ, yeah. Sadly missed, yeah, nice piece of artwork. Used to play a tune when the tide came in, and now it's gone. But anyway, here's the pleasure beach. Don't need to say too much about the pleasure beach, do I really? This is the White Tower. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back that way, and I'll head towards Waterloo Road, and we'll head down Waterloo Road, shall we? Okay, so I've come back to the Station Road area, and I'm going to head this way. Yeah, we're going to head towards Waterloo Road, but I just want to show you something down here. Down this little road here. This road is called Dean Street, and I think that Dean Street, this little road here, is officially where South Shore starts. Someone told me, they said, oh, Dean Street is, anything north of Dean Street is central. That's what someone told me. I might have to look that up, but there you go, there's the sign there, Dean Street. We've got a car park here on the corner. Just over the road, we've got a very stinky little cafe called the Seagull's Nest. Look at that there. Yeah, Seagull's Nest Cafe. I think it's open as well, so you might want to check that out if you come to Blackpool. Fish and chip shop on the corner of Montague Street here, and I want to show you something down here, Montague Street. Yo! Well, if that was you, hello. You're famous. Anyway, I want to show you this down here. You see this building? This used to be the old police station. Well, it's got the sign, it's still got the sign on it. I think it will keep that sign. It will probably turn it into flats, but I'm sure that it will keep the name there, the police station above there, the old police station, whatever you want to call it, South Shore Police Station there. You know, I remember going in there once. I had to produce my my details of my car or whatever I was driving. I must have been stopped by the police at one time when I was a bit naughty. Anyway, I didn't get done for it. I think that they were a bit concerned that I didn't have insurance. I actually ended up going to court, you know. It's the first and only time I've ever been in court, magistrate's court, and I had to produce my insurance, which I did, and I got off. Not guilty, Your Honour. Anyway, we're now heading to what this road here is called. No, I can't remember. Can't quite remember the name of this road. It's called Rawcliffe Street, this, and we're now at the back of the Queen's Hotel. That's the back of the Queen's Hotel there, yeah. Pat and Rudy Mancini. Yeah, famous owners from the olden days, yeah. I don't know who owns that hotel now. But anyway, yeah, you don't have to walk too far from the promenade, and it starts to look a little bit, well, you know, not very pretty in some areas. But anyway, I'm going to head down this little interesting road here. It's called Bath Street. It's like an alleyway. Look at this here. It's amazing. I've been down here at night. You might want to check out the video. I did a video down here with a friend of mine. We came around here at night, and that was a bit interesting. We even found a boat hidden away down one of these little alleyways. Look, there's another road there. It's called Lawrence Street. It says, I think it was down there, you know. Look at this. Wow. Oh my God. In fact, I can see a boat there now. Oh my God. I won't go down there now, but just look at that there. A street hidden away here in the South Shore area of Blackpool. Anyway, I'm just heading towards, we're coming up on Waterloo Road now, and we're going to come out right where Notriani's is. Notriani's Ices. Just here on the left hand side, look at that. The best ices in Blackpool. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, it's not very busy at the moment. There's nobody around, but there will be later on. There you go. Notriani's Ices. So there you go, that's Notriani's Ices over there, the most popular ice cream parlour in Blackpool. But just next to that, we've got this building here, which used to be the Woolworths store, and it was a Heart store, well, in its last decade or so, yeah. And look at it now, all gone to wreck and ruin, all derelict, yeah. And this is actually owned by the guy I was talking about before, Howard Plant, this site here, and he wants to turn it into a car park. But unfortunately, there's a bit of a dispute with the council. The council, unbelievably, do not want another car park. Can you believe that? So what's going to happen with this? Do not know. I tell you what a difference an hour makes. When I started this video, it was miserable. It was wet, it was grim, there was nobody around. And now, the sun's come out. Yes, it's a little bit windy. There's a few people at Blackpool is waking up. Yeah. But anyway, I hope you like this video of me just walking around the South Shore area. And what's going to happen with Bond Street, you know? Is it up and coming? You know, because I've showed a bit of Bond Street where it's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit, but there is a bit of hope there with those flats on the corner. What's also going to happen with the old police station? Are they going to turn it into flats? And also, here on Waterloo Road, what's going to happen with the old Heart store? We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button, and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I will see you again on the next one.